Well, we have some very special people joining us this morning, reflecting on a trip of a lifetime. You know, we showed this to you on our newscast here, the honor flight that Jeff Zevely and Scott Hall had a chance to go on. I mean, watching what you were able to cover was changing our lives. I can't imagine what it would be like for you, so I'm glad to have you on with us this morning. Good morning.
It's so good to be on the show.
This is
unbelievable.
Almost as good as honor flight.
As honor flight.
Yes. Oh, being on our show is almost as good as that. I don't believe you.
Keep things in perspective.
Well, it goes without saying that CBS 8 was proud to support Honor Flight 2022. 85 veterans completed the 3-day trip to Washington, D.C., and photojournalist Scott Hall and I were the only TV crew from San Diego fortunate enough to take the trip.
This was a life-changing experience for us. This morning, we'd like to show you a recap of our journey that was filled with patriotism and pride.
Honor flight! Honor flight!
On the honor flight to the nation's capital just after takeoff.
Honor flight!
You have lots of fans here.
Mail call delivers nearly 5,000 letters of love.
Thank you for your time, bravery, and service.
101-year-old Army pilot Dudley Gladding was the oldest honor flight veteran.
I had 40 missions over the Philippines.
Dudley failed to mention the enemy shot him down on his 31st mission, but that's the humility of a hero.
I can't see that well. I got glaucoma.
As 85 veterans dug into their mail. Want me to read one to you?
I would like to.
Okay. Andy Bowman never expected to be thanked by a stranger. You have given so much for this country. How's it feel to get that letter?
It feels good, and I won't be able to see what the monument says, but I can, vision what it says.
In Washington, Americans lined up to honor the greatest generation.
Means the world. It just brings back all those memories.
Pete Mayfield watched his Marines raise the victory flag at Iwo Jima.
Hallelujah.
Near the tomb of the unknown, fields filled with those who didn't make it home.
I look at those tombstones out there, and I think I'm just one of the lucky guys.
Roy Grigsby fought in Korea at a time when, back at home, they told him,
go to the back of the bus. You're supposed to go to the back. You cannot sit in the front. Go to the back.
These stories of sacrifice and valor came from veterans who made this trip for their comrades who couldn't.
I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of buddies. Well, I'm alive. That's the big thing.
100-year-old Pete Sanzo stormed the beaches of Normandy.
I was lucky to go and come back.
Frank Corona survived Korea and, like so many others, put himself in harm's way.
This note is about you.
Vietnam veteran Jack Gauthier is dying from cancer.
I'm so happy you.
But your gratitude makes him feel alive.
I love everybody.
These are the veterans
And I'm going to stick around as long as I can.
who fought for freedom.
I knew what I was fighting for.
This whole thing has been surreal.
It's great to be alive, to be a veteran.
I would not have missed it for the world.
I get emotional.
I think all of San Diego is waiting for you. Take a look.
Oh my goodness.
At a hero's homecoming,
I'm going to cry.
the men and women,
Hey, Scott.
once met by bullets, ambushed by appreciation. When you came home from war, what kind of reception did you receive?
I didn't get no reception, none at all. But it's all here. It's all here. America, about this country, and it's great to be part of our country.
Oh my goodness. Seriously, now we're getting all the emotions all over again.
You come back changed after something like that. So much respect.
3 days with them, and I mean, you were saying they were treated like total celebrities, as they should be, right? Complete rock stars.
Rock stars. They show up at the airport, their bags are taken for them, they are whisked through TSA, no hassles there, and then in the airport, everybody's saying, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture with you? I think we've got some video.
Roll the video, you bet.
They're,
gathered.
you know, we would show up at the airport in Baltimore, and fire trucks would be lined up shooting water over the plane. I mean, it
Wow.
was just amazing. We would get on these buses. The buses would take us right up to the memorial. So these guys didn't have to walk. And as you can see, they were escorted everywhere.
Dudley.
Oh, I know, seeing this footage, I mean, you were there for it, and I can't even understand how you were able to cut it down to, you know, certain moments. So many, I'm sure, moments kind of will always be in your memories, right?
Here's the water
There's the
salute
water.
in Baltimore.
Wow.
And, you know, a lot of the World War II veterans, some 100 years of age and older, they got to sit in first class, and then this is getting off the plane in Baltimore.
Look
And
at
this
that.
guy
What
is
a
saying,
greeting, huh?
World War II veterans, the greatest generation. And then here is the
Escorted by the
motorcycle escort
brownies.
all the
Yep.
way from Baltimore to D.C. This is us on the bus, and these guys
Look.
were up early. You know, they were on the bus before we were on the bus.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, and then that moment, the Iwo Jima, I mean, the fact that you found the man who was there when it really happened, you
Yeah.
saw it in real
Pastor
life,
Pete.
and then
So
see
neat
it
to talk
again there in that monument form. I mean, this
Lots
is so
of
special.
emotion.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of emotion. Just
Seriously. And they never got that welcome and that appreciation when they came back from war. They risked their
not as
lives.
much, not so
They
much.
lost their friends, you know, and then to come back and finally get it decades later.
Absolutely. I just want to tell people before we run out of time that there are a lot of great causes out there, but if you're looking to get involved with a great organization, all volunteers, all donation-based, they need funding, they need help. So this would be a great organization to jump in and help.
and if you volunteer, you get these really cool.
I was going to say, you have a lot of fun new things decorating your arm.
Yes.
This is funny. There are different teams. So this says Honor Flight. I was on the red team.
Okay.
Scott was on the red team.
Why do you have so many?
But then he made so many friends. They said, no, you should be on the orange team. No, you should be on the blue team. No, you should be on the green team.
This doesn't surprise me. Everyone wants Scott.
Scott makes friends wherever he goes with his camera
But you
and
know,
with his presence.
it's tiring work too. They're up throughout the day and most of the night. We up early with them and up late with them. Actually, we have some video of what happens when you just stay up too long.
Too long when you don't get enough sleep?
Oh, yeah.
Look at you
This is
on the
for my
plane.
mom. This is for my mom.
Scott starts the day. You know, I give him
look at
snacks
that.
and he's
Good.
smiling, but then quickly
Are you
he
passed
takes a little
out?
power nap. Yeah, he needs a little power nap, and then this
Look at
on the way
this.
back, and he's sleeping again.
Thanks,
so,
Jeff.
You're welcome. And then I get him
You
going again with a little
feed,
bit of
water
a
him.
soda, and then he's back. Scott's like a light bulb. You turn him off, you turn him back on.
It's like you're living life with the morning shift. That's what's happening. This is what we
I got a
do.
taste of it.
Oh,
Wow.
and then this, yes,
Oh, no,
Scott
what
cut
happened?
his finger on his camera and the entire, his middle
Oh,
finger.
no.
It was authentically the middle finger. And happy birthday, Jeff.
Yes, we
The
cannot
entire
forget
plane.
this. When was the actual day of your birthday?
May
Yesterday?
1st,
May 1st?
Sunday, and we're sitting on the tarmac, and so yeah, it's leaked out that oh boy, it's my birthday. I was so embarrassed because I felt like we were being held up because they were
They
singing happy
loved it.
birthday to me, but no, they were still loading luggage, and I did not delay the flight. So I just wanted to tell everybody, you're not waiting on me, but thank you.
No, I mean, seriously, what a special way to celebrate your birthday.
It was neat. All
Coming
the
back
greatest
home.
war heroes singing happy birthday to me.
So
It was
special.
Very
that was neat.
So kind
He didn't
of
bring,
them,
you
right?
didn't bring the hat.
I didn't bring that.
The unicorn hat.
I had to wear the hat the entire
unicorn.
way home. Yes, the unicorn hat.
I love that. And then 1,000 people are waiting at the airport, you know, and you're holding them up because of the birthday song.
That too, yeah. We were an hour late. So that when we arrived for the Hero Homecoming, we were on deadline to turn a package for
Okay,
5, and
yeah.
that's when we grabbed Lou Benavides out of his wheelchair and said, "Lou, let's go." That wasn't set up at all. So that was his genuine reaction
Nice.
to 1,000 San Diegans. And thank you so much, San Diego, for coming out for these veterans because they deserve it.
And the way you brought us into Lou and his experience, I mean, we felt like we were there. Eric and I were saying that as we watched. It made us cry. We got the chills. I mean, that's all amazing storytelling by both of you. Your camera work.
That's when we're
you-
doing our job, right? Is when you feel that moment.
We're there. You brought us
Really
into
special
it.
moment.
Yes. Thank you for the work that you did. I'm glad you're the only TV news crew bringing it justice the way we need to see that. So thank you guys very much for being on early with us too.
You guys are rocking it. I'm loving your morning show, and I know you've got a lot of momentum in San Diego, and just keep the magic coming, the good
Very
vibes.
sweet.
I'm loving your shows.
Yeah, and we get to have the Zevely Zone on our shows. So you always want to check that out. So thank you guys. Good to see you.